Alright guys, welcome to Arcade Fire. I'm Sean Collier and I'm here with...
Tiffany Lindsay.
Taylor Mitchell.
Terrence Cannon.
And we're going to start with the game releases as usual. And first up we have All the Delicate Duplicates for PC on February 17th. Halo Wars 2 for PC and Xbox One on February 21st. Lego Worlds for PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February 21st. Psychonauts VR and the Rhombus of Ruin, PSVR, February 21st. Wise Origin, PS4 and PS Vita, February 21st. And Night in the Woods for PC and PS4 on February 21st.
Can we talk about how hyped I am for Halo Wars 2? Can we talk about it?
I only played Halo Wars 1 when it was on a demo at Walmart or something. And I was just like, this seems weird.
My thing is that I love Halo and I love RTS games. So I really like Halo Wars, even though it's admittedly not the most deep RTS game.
Yeah.
This one is going to be a lot deeper and it's going to have a lot more game modes. I played both of the betas, the regular mode beta and the Blitz beta, and it's just really fun. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, I mean, they look fun. I just did because I'm not normally an Xbox person. I haven't really.
Yeah, that's understandable. But it from everything I have played, it seems like a perfectly wonderful game. The beta they had during E3, which was the first beta, it had the main problem that it didn't really explain things to you very well.
Yeah. And
that kind of bothered me.
Do you think it's because it's the beta, or?
I think it was because it was the beta.
Yeah.
And I think also the fact that the main game will have a campaign where they explain things to you anyway. That it doesn't matter, because I mean that's what you would do. That's how Halo Wars 1 was. Is that if you played the campaign, you got everything explained to you, or you could just play multiplayer and figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
So it was.
It's kind of like they expect you to play the campaign before you play online.
Yeah, but I mean most games that have a campaign and online kind of do anyway.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I know nothing about anything of this. Lego Worlds, that could be cool.
Lego Worlds, I've actually watched some gameplay of it, and it's like an open world Lego game, and it's awesome.
I mean, is it going to be kind of like Little Big Planet where you build stuff? Or is it going to be kind of...
It's more like Minecraft.
Where you build stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
It's less like Little Big Planet, because Little Big Planet's like the 2D platformer. This one's like world exploration, and you build stuff, and you can literally build the world that you want to build and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because every Lego game I've had, even like Harry Potter, has this like little hidden section where you build levels and stuff. Yeah. So I just assume it's just like nothing but that.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's going to be one of those things where it's for the people that want a Lego game where they can just build anything.
So I can build a big city and make everybody in it sing "Everything is Awesome." That's what you're telling me, Sean.
Probably.
That's what I'm expecting.
We don't know if you can add audio though.
You can sing it to yourself.
I mean, it's a Lego game. That song has to be in it. It's like the law.
Okay.
Well, go start working for them then and make mad bucks and come back and tell us how it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually excited for Lego Worlds, but that's because I like Legos and open world building games. So.
See, I love Legos too, but like only like certain Lego games of like franchises I like because I'm spoiled.
Yeah, of course. Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like stuff with like Minecraft and Little Big Planet, I get kind of worn out on them after a while because I get too obsessed with them and then I get tired and never touch them again.
But as far as the other games, I have no idea. Like,
I played a beta for Night in the Woods for PC like 3 years ago.
Like what?
Like 3 years ago?
Well, it was like a Kickstarter type.
Oh, okay.
And it was called something different, but I read an article and they're basically like the same thing. It looks like it'll be fun, but I feel like it's going to end up being a PlayStation Plus game in a year.
What kind of game is it?
Kind of just like a platformer.
Oh,
I mean, it can't beat Banner Saga 2. Banner Saga 2, like the week before it came out, was an Xbox Live Gold game. Seriously. Like, it was a Games of Gold game, like, the week before it actually even came out.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
What?
I know. Like, I'm like, why do you... Why? It's like, why?
At least have some DLC.
You're giving these people this thing for free that you're then in a week going to charge people for?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless it's like on Nintendo and at the end of the month you gotta pay for it. That's not gonna work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so mad.
But so the next thing is apparently Netflix is gonna have a Castlevania series.
Which I'm hoping this is good. I really am.
Yeah.
I like Castlevania, and I think Netflix has been really great about doing good content with their shows. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping beyond hope that it is actually good, because video game adaptations into anything
Eh.
have a tendency to be kind of bad. But
Yeah, definitely.
It's because they just want in on the money pot. That's most of the time. That's what
At least
it
they
is.
aren't as bad as movies, like video games.
You mean movies that are made and games that are made after movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
this-
Mega Man.
Wait, what?
wait,
Like,
there's a Mega Man movie? What?
yeah, there was like a little old Mega Man movie that had a game adaptation, and that was like the worst Mega Man game that they even took it off the market.
Wow.
But yet they make their own content and it's okay. That just proves that you can't
Well,
make like. So,
I know some people that actually say that Street Fighter the movie, the game, is actually a really solid Street Fighter game.
really?
But like, it was better than the Street Fighter game that got released at the time, even though the
that's funny.
movie sucked.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I always see like these YouTube videos where they're like, if Dragon Ball Z made like a game off their movies, it would just fall into a bad trap.
Well, that's Raging Blast 2.
Yeah.
Raging Blast 2 is actually a pretty good Dragon Ball Z game, but it is basically all the movie villains. You get to play as all the movie villains.
Interesting.
That's its main selling point.
But yeah, like I don't know, they have gotten better, but there's still some of them that's just like they're so bad. Like,
Terrence over here nodding his head like he knows all about Super Saiyan 3
have you ever tried to
Broly.
like? Have you ever tried like a game made after a movie, Terrence?
I think I tried like one, but I don't remember like the name of it because it was like years ago.
Was it like one of the Marvel ones? Because
Uh,
those were bad too.
yes.
Yeah, those were
If
so
you
bad.
played Iron Man, it's horrible. If you've played
Thor.
that Thor, no, that one's a joke. The Matrix games, they're good, but they're not.
The thing about the Matrix games is like one of the Matrix games is actually just like an alternate ending to the series,
Yeah, I know.
like something for Neo. Like
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that even like ones that already started off as games, they get games made after the movies that's made off the games, and then they end up sucking too. And it's just like, are they just not allowed to exist unless like Telltale or Lego touches them?
Yes.
And then like Telltale has failed. Like their
Uh-huh.
Jurassic Park was so bad. Like it made me like want to cry. It was so bad.
That's funny. But there was wasn't there's been games for all kinds of movies and TV shows. Like it's just a sad world of like
There's also been 50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
Okay, that game was actually pretty good.
You're not telling me that game is actually good,
I remember playing that game like literally.
because that
It
game
was
has the
pretty good.
stupidest premise I've ever heard.
What
Those of
was
you who
it?
don't know what this game is, because Sean apparently doesn't.
I don't.
There's a series of games based off of 50 Cent. And the second one is 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, which is 50 Cent goes to the Middle East and fights terrorists.
Does this actually exist?
It does.
I'm buying
this.
Oh my gosh.
What
it's
was it called?
great.
50 Cent?
50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
I'm buying this.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is old.
Played
It
that.
has a 4 out of
Yeah.
5 on Common Sense.
Yeah, I mean, I
Dang.
think it actually isn't a bad game. I think it just has the most hilarious premise to me.
Yeah.
That to me it is just the ultimate joke about you can make a game out of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
Okay.
I'm going to replay as a GameStop soon.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it should be better than the Hannah Montana game.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, just the novelty of being 50 Cent,
Well,
50
just,
Cent
I'm
fighting
sorry,
terrorists.
but the Wii, like the original Wii, has like the most garbage games like known to man, just because it's a novelty like game system, and it was so cheap to make games for it. So many like different like developers that I don't know, they just ended up making so many garbage games.
And like some games that are good on other consoles are garbage on that
Yeah,
console.
that's true.
Like the one that I remember that is just a completely different game, really, is Star Wars Force Unleashed,
Yeah, definitely.
which is also on Games with Gold this month for Xbox 360. which I think starts. It's either I think pretty sure it starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But they like the game is completely different on the Wii. Like the Wii version is the version I originally played.
Yeah.
There's one reason I'm excited about the Xbox 360 version being free this month because
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get it and finally play it.
You've never played it?
I've never played it,
Oh, it's so good.
but like parts of the certain missions just aren't in that game.
Yeah.
Like some of the things in the story aren't explained as well.
And doesn't the Wii
like-
version have like the weird lightsaber duel?
It does have a lightsaber duel mode that the
Yeah.
other games didn't have,
Yeah.
which is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I've heard that was like the best part of the Wii version.
It actually is, and it was always great because I understood how force powers worked in that game a lot better than any of my cousins. So we would get in lightsaber duels, and I would just own everyone.
That's good.
But that game was cool because it did have it didn't have 1-to-1 combat. It wasn't Skyward Sword, but it
Yeah.
did have kind of that feeling of you using force powers and using your
That's cool.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
But the controls. Let me put it this way: it's a better version of Star Wars Connect.
That's saying a lot.
Isn't great praise.
I'm
but
just saying that's still
praise.
saying something because Star Wars Connect. Oh gosh, that was a train wreck of its own.
Train wreck and a half.
Yeah, but speaking of TV shows and games, the South Park game got delayed again.
Are you really surprised?
No.
Like the first one got delayed like what, like 6 times?
It was a lot.
Can I
Truth got
ask?
delayed a lot.
This might just be out of ignorance, but why are they getting delayed?
I don't know. Animation.
Because I mean they're not. They don't seem to me like they'd be that complicated.
I think it's something to do with like the online features.
Maybe.
Like
I'm just saying, like, because the first game I watched it and I was like, yeah, maybe it could be just because it was animated and stuff like that. But I mean, most of the time of them developing the game is going to be the animation anyway.
Yeah. I was saying animation as a joke because it's
Yeah.
cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know. It may just be balance stuff probably. Like
yeah.
those games are actually the thing is that we Stick of Truth got delayed a whole bunch. But Stick of Truth is also a really good game,
and it didn't have any errors with
and
it.
it didn't have any
That's
major
good.
bugs or anything.
Okay. Well, that might be why.
Yeah, like I actually pre-ordered just to get Stick of Truth because that's what you get no matter what edition. You don't have to do deluxe or anything like that, but you have to do it through the PlayStation Store. And so I don't know if it's the same for Xbox, but
I need to check that out.
and I really didn't even care if I played the second one on time. I just wanted to like, well, you get 2 games for $60. Like,
Mhm.
I just thought whatever,
Yeah, it's always great when that happens. That's one thing that's cool about Halo Wars 2 is if you pre-order it, you get Halo Wars Definitive Edition, which I'm gonna be honest, I would probably want anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, like I didn't play the Stick of Truth, so I mean I watched some of it and was like, it looks like a fun RPG, but also hilarious and
and it's real
ridiculous.
short, so
Yeah.
you can get it done in a weekend.
That's good. Well, that's another. I guess another good thing why they're giving it away with the new game.
And you fight dire wolves, which are like wolves, only dire.
But anybody else want to?
And the NBA is apparently teaming up with Take-Two Interactive to form an NBA 2K E-League. And they actually represent the actual teams, like the esports teams do. Which is one thing, pretty forward thinking. Terrence,
Well,
you got something to say?
I'm actually like excited for this because I always wanted to I always want to play for esports stuff, but it should be exciting.
Do you think there'll be people will be making NBA kind of money?
That no.
Hey, people make a lot of money in gaming
In
competitions.
esports, like money is crazy. Like,
I know.
because
Yeah.
especially now.
But it's still
because
not
it's
NBA
getting-
money.
But
It's
see,
not
like I
NBA
used
money.
to,
But it's getting close.
I used to go to
Imagine.
Mortal Kombat competitions, and the head person would come out with $10,000 just for a weekend.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, it's basically all depending on how well you do, but still, you can make bank just by being good at better at games than everybody else.
They also charge you a lot to be in them. That's
Yeah.
where all the money comes from. So Terrence, are you gonna join?
I'm definitely gonna try it out.
Yeah.
Apparently, you have to go through a draft.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so
wow,
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, it's completely subjective, and the NBA teams get to pick it, and you have to go through a draft.
That's funny. So
I-
you're drafting to play basketball virtually.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And also we have a new studio that is I'm opening the thing to get the name, is making a horror game for Xbox One. This studio is completely made out of former BioShock devs. Again, I'm opening the link to try to get the name if anybody else has it open.
The game's called Perception.
Okay, so the game's called Perception.
What is
And
it?
if I remember,
Deep End Games.
Deep End Games. And you play as a blind girl, I believe it said. And Terrence is nodding. Guys, thank you, Terrence. Terrence got it up. It's a first-person horror game, and it is. It had already been announced that it was being. Let me get my words out. Being developed for PlayStation 4 and PC, and this Xbox One is just something that they said they were interested in doing, and now they're actually confirming they're doing it.
They were probably waiting for like the deal with Microsoft.
Yeah, considering Microsoft has been so great about deals
Yeah.
lately. Not at all any salt from this program about
but
Microsoft.
Apparently, this game is about you're playing as a blind woman, and who must make your way. Okay, you're playing as a blind woman, Cassie Thornton, who must make her way through a mansion in Massachusetts. The home is occupied by a supernatural force known as the Presence. Your only physical tools are a walking stick and a smartphone, and also critically your ability to hear.
So it's Resident Evil,
And
but as a blind
and,
person.
Every tap of the walking stick or sound creates a visualization that illuminates the world around you.
So it's
It's kinda
The
like
Last of
Daredevil.
Us. It's The Last of Us combined with Resident Evil,
Yeah.
but you're blind.
Well, there's an indie game that I played or I'd watched somebody play, and then I played a little bit of, where you're a blind person and you're running away from like this thing that's gonna eat you, and whenever you make noise, it like does a sound wave and you see everything.
And was it
So
called
it's-
Night?
I don't remember what it was called, but I mean this isn't a new kind of idea, but it's definitely, especially the first time this is gonna be like an actual made for console game.
Yeah. You know what's another game that you could be blind in and it was not a detriment to you at all? Spore.
Spore.
Yeah, you could in Spore you could make creatures that literally had no eyes, but it was kind of a cop out because all it did was gray out the world.
Yeah, you just didn't see anything in color.
You still saw everything. Like there just was completely no detriment to you at
Yeah.
all.
But as a horror game though, it makes it a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
Especially since it's people that did BioShock. This is gonna be pretty bad. Like as in terrifying.
Because BioShock wasn't even meant to be a horror game, and it was kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, and the quality level is gonna be pretty high. Hopefully.
Also, something I just want to bring up to you, Sean,
Mhm.
that we talked about a little bit. Resident Evil 7 DLC.
Yes.
Because
Um,
we keep talking about Resident Evil 7. That's because it has gotten me interested, and
Yes.
it has Sean completely hooked.
Well, for me, it's like I didn't expect the game to be as good as it did. Like even when I first like reviewed it on here, I was like, it seems all right, and it seems better than I expected. But no, it's way better than I expected.
Also, Sean's doing a VR Let's Play of Resident Evil 7 on his Motor the Fox channel.
Yeah, I'm
So you guys
starting
know?
it. Right, I'm gonna be uploading it soon. But it's terrifying, and the DLC adds on to the story. Well, some of them do. The first one was called, the first banned footage was called Nightmare, and it's literally just a wave, basically kind of like a COD Zombies type of wave, like survival game, where you're just fighting the various enemies, and you have to survive for 6 hours. Not in-game hours, they're not legitimate hours, but it still seems
You
like
cannot
that
leave your
long.
console for 6 hours if you want to play
it
this
still
game.
It still doesn't seem very short though, and like obviously the further you get, and then you have to basically you're trying to last till 6 a.m. kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's in its own way, and you have to you basically get this scrap, and you have to trade it in for weapons, and the more you play it, the more the better you do as your ending score, the better the more advantage you have starting off than in the next one. So if you get more scrap, you can be more ready for the next wave and that kind of thing. And for the next one was bedroom, and that one was awful. Like, it's terrifying because it's a puzzle game. You have to get out of the room, and by putting all the stuff together and finding out how to get through each of the puzzles that's in the room. And the main problem with all that is the mom in the game, Marguerite. She's the one that's overseeing you, and if you make too much noise, she comes in. And if everything's not the way it was when she first was in the room, you could either die or something will bad happen to you that will make you really close to death. And if you do it too much, she'll kill you. And the first time I did something wrong, it wasn't even that major. Like the first time I did something wrong, I died. And then I did the same thing again later, and I was like, "Oh crap, I'm dead!" And then she didn't kill me. So it's just random, I guess. But and there was one time where Jack was talking to her, and he just came up and he didn't come up. Was arguing with him, and then she just got mad for no reason and came up and stabbed me. Like, I didn't do anything wrong, but I still got punished for it.
I hear a lot of people say that Marguerite is probably the most threatening of all the bakers.
She's
just because
terrifying.
she's the most crazy.
Yeah, and you can also do most of the DLC in VR. I think there's only 2 that you can't. Like Ethan Must Die, which is one I haven't done, and it's supposed to be like a hardcore survival type of thing.
Isn't it just a higher difficulty?
It's supposed to be really, really hardcore. I don't know what you actually do in it though, because I haven't played it yet.
All I know is it sounds like a Devil May Cry difficulty.
I'm probably gonna save it for a video. Just saying. But anyways,
I know what I've seen of it is I haven't watched any of the stuff that Sean talked about, but I before I came in today I was watching a friend of mine named Paul, who twitch.tv/exposure, who went through Daughters, which is Banned Footage Volume 2, and it is about the bakers right before they get taken over.
Is it a spoiler to ask who you're playing as?
I mean, daughter kind of tells you.
Okay.
It's Zoe. You're playing as Zoe.
Okay, I was just making sure. I just didn't want to ask if it was a spoiler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's pretty much shows up, and it's just really fascinating to just see that happen. I'm not going to go on with who it is, but you get to see that they were really decent people.
Yeah, before what happened.
Before everything happens, and then it just all goes downhill from there.
Well, my thing is the way they end the main game. There's so much left unanswered, which is obviously what they wanted. But at the same time, there's so much left unanswered that has to do with this particular story.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, the DLC, because there's still a DLC that they haven't, it's not coming out in a couple more months, and I don't remember when it said it's actually going to come out.
I think are you talking about the thing with Redfield?
Yeah.
That's March 27th is when that's being released. It's free download for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just please give us more of the story. Please give us more of the story.
Yeah.
Because I love the story. It's very weird, and there's so many loose ends that haven't been tied up.
Yeah.
Talk about
Zelda Expansion Pass. So Nintendo yesterday released its plans for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC. Basically, it's going to contain 2 content packs that have challenge missions, dungeons, and apparently a new feature for the in-game map, which I don't know what that is. And also a new original story. And the second will have a new original story. They're not sold individually, so you must buy this pass. This expansion pass is $19.99, so $20 for 2 DLCs. And I don't think that's too bad.
Because I've seen people raging over this, and honestly, when I saw that they were already doing this, and like I think they said that like the first DLC is like almost immediately available at launch, isn't it? When does it say the launch?
Summer. This summer.
Okay,
It just
so
says
no,
this summer.
but that's the first one, and like for me, like the fact they're even doing it, like for me, I'm so much excited.
There's
for that
also
game.
the thing you have to recognize that that Nintendo makes good DLC.
Yeah,
Like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna fork out all this money that I have to do up front
Yeah.
for both of these things,
well, my thing
and it may
is-
not even be good.
So my thing is not like one of those things where it's like they didn't finish the game and they're making you pay to get the rest of the game.
Destiny.
They're doing it. So they're doing it like as literally like in addition to like you get more items, you get exclusive items if you got the DLC, you get a brand new like storyline, and the storyline is supposed to be pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, both packs.
But yeah, I remember seeing that it was supposed to be like a pretty long storyline. For it. So
You also get like a Switch logo shirt for Link.
yeah, which is cool.
Also, this is going to be available on both versions of the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
that needs to be said. This game is still going to be on Wii U. Like I don't know if we.
that
said
is something
this.
that a lot of people have not been aware
Yeah,
of.
I don't know if we said this before, but it is still going to be on Wii U. But the Switch version is obviously going to be the better one of the two.
It's going to be more scaled up, and you will be able to take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
I've also seen that it is not going to use a lot of second screen functionality with the Wii U version.
Yeah.
Mainly because the director finds that stuff distracting,
Yeah.
and he doesn't. And
Like they did, like the Wind
just doesn't
Waker
like
second screen was like it was really well put together, and if they did it like that, if the game was only going to be on Wii U, it would have made sense. But since they're making it for Switch, they're pretty much porting it to Wii U,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't really make sense for them to have it on there. But also like knowing me, I haven't decided yet. I might get it on Wii U first, just because I'm not gonna get a Switch immediately when it comes out.
Yeah, if you already have a Wii U, I mean, it's perfectly fine
Yeah.
to try it out on a Wii U.
So that might be what happens. But I definitely am gonna get a Switch in the future.
Yeah, because Switch is already coming out. I'm probably going to end up completely skipping the Wii U because I don't currently have one.
Yeah, it's not
And
like I love the Wii U, but the Switch is gonna make it it's gonna be so much better
yeah,
from what it looks like.
and it also is the fact that the Wii U's gimmick doesn't really interest me that much. Like
Yeah.
there's some games that are fine with it, like Pikmin 3
Yeah.
is a good example of a game that uses the gamepad well.
Yeah.
But it's still like what you could have those features in a different way.
Like for me, like one of my favorite Wii U games for second screen wise is the one that the Star Fox game they made, because it's really good. Like I didn't think I'd like it because I'm not a huge fan of
I've heard
that.
very mixed things about this.
Because I'm not a huge fan of like motion controls
Yeah.
like that. I really don't like it that much. And Splatoon and that game were like a good example of like them using it in a good way, and just in my opinion. But then again, I like Star Fox, so.
Yeah. You were probably also willing to overlook some stuff because
Yeah,
you got more Star Fox.
Exactly. Well, that's why I overlook a lot of things in Nintendo, because I love Nintendo. But,
Another thing is For Honor had a beta,
yeah.
and I want to explain that I did not get to play this beta because I tried to download it, and then I thought it was downloading, so I kind of just went and did something else, and then I came back like the next day, and it wasn't downloaded. I was like, why is it not? It's not even in my queue. Like it's not downloading and it's not downloaded. So like the day before the beta ended, which I'm pretty sure was Sunday, wasn't it? I tried to I started the download and it didn't finish in enough time for me to actually play the beta.
Oh.
So I'm sad, but that means that I don't have a lot to talk about. I do want to say that when I do finally get to play that game, I'm playing a samurai dadgummit because it's cool.
All right.
Terrence, Sean, take it away.
Terrence, go ahead and talk about your experience.
My experience on the beta was that it was pretty good with
Like-
some parts.
How balanced is the game so far?
I can say that some characters are like pretty like overpowered.
Yeah, like what?
Like I want to say like the assassins are like pretty
Yeah.
overpowered.
That pretty much happens a lot when it comes to games because they make assassins have like crazy amount of damage output, so that might be the problem.
Yeah.
But for me, I've only watched some gameplay of it. I haven't actually played it. I didn't play the beta, but for me, obviously, when I saw Vikings in it, I was like, that's what I'm gonna go for because Vikings. But also, I like samurai, and also I like knights, so it's gonna be hard for me. But how different are each of the different like people, I guess, or the different factions?
Well, the knights are like just unlike I think it's like the warden. Like it's like she's like a tanky,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you have like the range characters too.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like the best one that I thought was best was it was like the girl Viking.
Yeah.
Cause like she was just amazing.
Well, for me, that would be like an instant, like, yes, I gotta play the girl Viking, because girl Vikings are always awesome. But, like, how are the samurais? Like, how do they play?
The samurai it was nice, but
Yeah.
I just didn't get a feel for it.
Yeah, I gotcha. You just gotta go my Vikings all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crush them skulls. But yeah, I'm really curious about how this game does. But and that was another thing I was gonna ask. In the beta, we talked about how in Halo Wars 2 it kind of just threw you into the game. Did the beta for that one do it too?
No.
Okay, so that's kind of explains
actually
stuff.
like took you to a tutorial.
Oh, that's cool.
I do want to mention that was only with the regular multiplayer beta. The Blitz beta took the time to have like a tutorial level that explained it to you.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that was like a pattern in the betas now, but but apparently it just depends on the developer, I guess.
Yeah, I also the thing about that Halo Wars beta is that it was just like I don't know how much thought went into it because it was kind of just this thing where at the beginning of E3, Microsoft was like, "Hey, this is happening," and didn't even really get it out that well.
Yeah.
And like I watched their entire press conference where they apparently said it, but I never caught where they said it. I heard about it later.
Yeah.
So it was. I don't know how well that beta was prepared for.
I mean, it was probably just at that point. It was probably just like, hey, this is beta to like give you an idea of what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, because they've been doing that a lot lately with
Yeah.
E3s.
Yeah. Because people want to play stuff. They don't always just want to watch.
Yeah, and the thing is that with E3 a lot of times they have this kind of stuff on the show floor anyway. It's normally just a beta build of the game, but it's normally only people who go to the show floor.
Yeah.
And considering E3 is a closed conference, that's normally just media people. It's hard for anyone to get a feel for how any of it goes.
Yeah, the consumers. Yeah, and then I think like the year when the PT came out, like that was close to E3, and then they made like after that they made at E3s they made demos for other games just to like, oh well, this is for them, but also we're gonna do this for the consumers because they're the ones we're making the games for. But I just think that it's probably a good idea to make some games with demos for people to play that don't get to go to the E3.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of like a nod to them, like you didn't get to go, but we'll let you play this.
Yeah, I remember like Halo 5, like they talked about it for like 2 different E3s.
Yeah.
And like you still didn't really until like the last E3 you didn't see anything. Like there was an E3 where they announced it and showed concept art and it was like, here's Spartan Locke. And then there was like a year where you saw nothing from Halo 5. Then there was the next E3 and then they had gameplay.
Yeah. But yeah, I just my thing is like betas and demos are pretty good. I mean, they're good when they come out early. But like my thing is also what you kind of said about the demo is like a lot of people take for granted that it's a demo and it's coming out. They get to play it, but they don't realize that the game's not even close to being done yet when they do that. They kind of get the idea of, oh, they already have this out. That means the game's going to be coming out soon. And that's the problem with that.
Yeah, that is a big problem.
Because you're giving people false hope.
And I also think that that some people have weird expectations for betas. Like they don't
Yeah.
expect they expect betas to just work,
Yeah.
and you realize they're putting out betas because they know it probably won't work, and they need
want
to
to
test
see what
it.
they need to fix it. What they need to do to fix it.
I mean, like that's why Blizzard keeps PTR around all the
Yeah,
time for
like
everything.
almost all the time.
And like, as far as Blizzard, like when they put 6.1.5 out or 7.1.5 out, they instantly put 7.2 on
Yeah.
PTR because they're like, we still need people testing this.
Yeah. Like, and they do the same thing with Overwatch. They like constantly have the PTR up for Overwatch in the updates.
Yeah, because didn't they like have what is the name of that newest hero on
Lucio.
Overwatch? Not Lucio. The one that
come on.
hacks things.
Sombra.
Sombra. Didn't they have Sombra on PTR like the night, like starting from the night they announced her?
No. It was like a week after that, I think. No. It was a few days after. And, because they said that they were like, they released like what day it's going to start. And then I started playing. I played the PTR with her. And oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. Because everyone wanted to play Sombra. And it was just hacks everywhere.
Whereas everyone just being like, I call hacks.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I thought that was funny. But like Sombra now that it's kind of died down with the excitement for her, like it's actually being used the way it's supposed to be used. Because I've been playing, I played comp with her, like with teams that have had her, and like just quick plays and stuff. And like whenever you were playing against a team that has a Sombra, that is the most infuriating thing I've ever had to deal with. Just because you will be doing great, you will be about to take the point or about to take the payload, and then she messes everything up. Like she's one of the only, like she and her and May and a couple other characters are the only ones that I've had that problem with, where it's just like, oh, we're doing really well, and then immediately turn it on its head, just her by herself, and it's just like that's and it's awesome, especially if if you have one on your team, but when you're playing against it, it's very infuriating. But we got off subject for a minute.
Yeah, we got.
That's fine though.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're having kind of a slow news week,
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about Overwatch all the time.
I play it like every night too.
Yeah.
See, I don't play Overwatch, so I'm kind of just
Because
like,
he's a scrub.
I'm not a scrub.
They're gonna be making a lot of changes to Bastion too, and
Good.
I remember
oh my
reading about
gosh,
that.
they're nerfing and buffing him.
So
Wait,
you're saying he's going to be exactly the same?
They're nerfing his turret mode and making it less like he can't get critical hits, he can't do headshots, and a few other things. But they are making his ammo capacity higher, and he doesn't have extra armor when he uses his ultimate. But he also takes less damage when he's in his turret mode and the tank mode. So that's
They're just
kind of
swapping him
thing.
around.
Yeah, and then they're making it so when you're walking around as him, he's stronger, because that was the problem they had before. It's like it was so hard to get set up because they would take care of you before you even had the chance. But that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like you don't want a Bastion to set up, but
So it sounds like they're trying to make mobile Bastion more useful and make
they're
make
trying to
camping with Bastion a little less viable.
yeah, and they like in recon mode he does more damage. It's more accurate in recon mode than he is in turret mode, and when he also he can heal while moving now, and when you're getting attacked, it doesn't interrupt it. But so you could be getting shot and whatever, and it doesn't stop your healing, which is
That
a
sounds
problem.
OP.
Yeah, but it has its own meter now, so it's not like you could just heal forever. So that's a good thing. But my problem is there are people that play Bastion religiously,
Mm-hmm.
and this won't affect them hardly at all. This might actually be very good for them.
See, like, I was so upset when they nerfed D.Va, because I was a D.Va main.
Yeah.
And I was so good with Diva, but I swapped to Junkrat because I was like,
But Diva's still, they buffed her again though.
yeah, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know. When
She's
it first
been hurt
happened,
before.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she has more HP, but like,
That helps a lot, trust me.
oh yeah, I know. I play the game every
Yeah.
night, but like, when they first nerfed her, I got kind of sad. I was
Yeah,
like,
I did too.
And I just swapped to Junkrat, and that's like the best.
Well, I didn't
decision
like
ever
when
made.
because they nerfed the shield. And I was
Yeah.
just like, come on.
Yeah, like last night I actually played as Diva, and the shield wouldn't even pop up on any of my matches.
Like the shield for me is like, it lasts like 2 minutes. Like, not 2 minutes, like 2 seconds. Because, like.
Well, it won't even pop up now.
Yeah. But, when I play Diva though, I usually don't use the shield that much. I just get up in people's face and knock them off.
Yeah, because you basically got a second life.
Yeah.
That's one thing I loved about her.
Because I like rush people and knock into them because it's fun to do.
I guess.
Like I see a Hanzo and it's like, hey Hanzo.
And he's like, Japanese for old crap.
But yeah, I just
One thing I like about Junkrat too is he has so many options you can do that Diva don't have.
yeah. Well, I love Junkrat, and
Doesn't
he's
have.
like he's one of my go-to if the match isn't doing that well. If I'm not playing as him, I'll be like, oh, well, I'll just be Junkrat and blow everybody up. But
Terrence, you're nodding a lot.
do you play Overwatch, Terrence?
Occasionally.
So who's your favorite character?
Tracer.
Tracer.
Ugh.
That
Yeah.
seems so stereotypical, though.
Tracer's one of those that's like, if you're playing against a really good Tracer, it's your team's nightmare because you can't, like, unless you're like really
She's
good.
so hard to
or-
play too.
Yeah, she
You gotta go
is.
fast.
I have gotten a lot better at
She
her,
don't
but
have
I'm
a
still
lot of-
not a master.
She don't have like a lot of stamina though. It's like after 2 or 3, she just kind of.
Well, you have to because they nerfed her
Regen?
for the blinks.
Which I mean, that's the kind of character I usually play anyways.
Oh, and Sombra can mess her up too.
Oh, I
Because
know.
Sombra can hack her blinks, which makes it terrifying. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna run. What now? Oh, I'm dead.
Is it me or is like Tracer's like ultimate so like anticlimactic compared to everybody else's?
No, it's I hate her ultimate.
Like it just like
Because
same as everybody else.
if you're not playing as a tank, or if you're playing as a healer, or an offensive, that ultimate is your worst nightmare. Because especially if you're a healer, because it's like, oh, I'm just focusing on healing everybody. I'm not doing any harm to anybody else, and then they put that bomb on you, and it's just like, I hate you. I hate you with a fiery passion.
Heroes never die, but you probably should.
Because the healer, because like there's even offensive characters that bomb won't kill immediately. But if you're a healer, you have so low health already that's just like it's not just gonna.
Poor
kill you.
Mercy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
Have
since
mercy.
I'm main Mercy, so
I try to do Mercy, but like I just can't play as her. Like I don't have the patience for it.
my most three played characters are Mercy, Lucio, and Diva.
I use Zarya, Diva, and Junkrat.
I love Zarya.
If you haven't noticed,
Zarya.
like by my characters, I just like messing everything up.
Zarya was a character I didn't quite get when I first played her. I was like, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. And then
This is
I
weird,
started
this is
playing
weird,
at
this
her
is
more because I was like, she seems like she'd be useful in like certain maps that like have everybody together, and it does. Like, because when I've played against Zaryas like that have like their energy all the way up, it's scary.
Oh yeah, I'm good
It's
with
so
Zarya.
bad because she could just like tap you with that laser and you die.
I wish I was good with Reaper. Like I try so hard, but like I just can't.
There's days where I'm good and days where I'm bad. It just depends.
I don't know. It's just something about him.
Yeah.
We just don't click. But I want to
I have
so
friends
bad.
that main him, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you? How can you?
Do you ever like swap characters and then mess up because you're trying to play as the old character?
Yeah, definitely.
That's like my life.
Like I play mystery heroes a lot just so I can get better at all the different characters, and still the one that I cannot grasp at all is still Symmetra.
I'm so
I
sad
can-
they
I
took away
cannot play
Chinese
as
New
her.
Year.
Like there's some games where I can be good as her because all I do is chase people around and they don't ever pay attention. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna keep running, and then you just literally follow behind them the whole time, and they die. And then also like I'm terrible at Pharah on console. Like I'm so much better at Pharah on PC than I am at console. I don't know why. Console you have aim assist. Why?
I'm bad at Symmetra.
Symmetra is just a hard one to play.
I mean, I just can't do it. Like,
can't beat
That's
tech
who I have to
support.
play. I'm gonna make us lose.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm decent with Ana. I mean, with all the healers, I'm decent. I'm just like I'm the best at Mercy and Lucio though.
Lucio's fun though.
Yeah, Lucio's.
I just don't have the patience to heal people. I just
love
wanna
it.
blow
I love
everything
doing
up.
it. I'm the team mom. Like I just like being like, okay,
Wanna get
everybody
your own
get
TV
together.
show
Where are
now?
you going? Don't go off on your own. What are you doing? Get back here.
Yeah, the person I play
No,
with.
you sweet baby, don't go there and
Yeah.
die.
That's if I'm in voice chat. That's exactly what I say.
Yeah, the person I play with like every night is either Mercy or May, but they play
Mhm.
Mercy more.
Yeah,
And he'll like scream at me on the mic. It's like, why you keep doing stupid stuff? Can't stay back here.
yeah. Well, it's like I love it when somebody else plays Zenyatta and tries to go in on his own. I'm just like, what are you doing?
My favorite thing though is hearing it's high noon.
Oh, I love it when people do that and then like there's a Genji and like they die because it's one of my favorite things to see. It's like it's high noon and Genji's like nope.
I forgot what I was playing, but it was making it where everybody had to play as like that one person in it, and I kept hearing it's high noon. I was like, it was driving me insane. But now it's like my
Like,
favorite thing
there's-
in the world.
I think is there not a brawl where it's everybody's McCree?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I can imagine how annoying that would
The
be.
I
worst
just got a
one I've ever
message on
played.
Discord. It's high noon.
You know
Yeah.
how like they'll have like the mystery ones where you just play as a random person. I've
Yeah.
actually played in a match where everybody was Mercy,
What?
and it was the worst thing ever.
I've gotten to the point where I can play as Mercy and like when people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, I'll be like, okay, fine, and I'll take out the pistol, and they're
But
like,
when
what are you
everybody's
doing? I'm like,
Mercy.
well, y'all aren't doing the job, so
But when everybody's Mercy,
yeah, that's the nightmare.
yeah, that
Well,
was
the
so
brawl where everybody's Pharah and Mercy, that one is terrible. It's just because so many people want to just be Pharah and there's no Mercies. There'll be like 2 Mercies and 4
I usually
Pharahs.
always don't have problems with that. Like everybody I know loves to play as Mercy.
Well, most of the people that I play with, nobody wants to heal. I'm always the one that ends up healing, which I'm good at it, so I don't care. But still,
I don't like healing. I'm not a team player. Like
I just hate playing in a team where they don't even try to be a team,
oh yeah.
and then that's when the healing is a nightmare.
Did you ever play like Capture the Flag when on the Chinese?
Yes.
That was like the only thing I played for the entire month.
I swear, when people started that, I'm not kidding. I got the flag twice when I was Diva, and I was outside of the mech. I got it twice. People don't know how to play that game mode.
I know, right? And then they complain. Like I've played with some people I know, and like they hadn't played in a while, and all they just want to do is complain about it. I'm like, this is the best game mode
it's
ever.
It's like they've gotten to the pattern of only focusing on doing one thing. Because to catch the flag, you're supposed to be focusing on defending and attacking at the same time.
And nobody wants to stand guard at the
And
flag.
nobody, they either all attack or they all defend. It's never both.
That's
It's like,
actually a
what's wrong
problem in
with
Halo
you?
2. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a major problem. You guys can't hear the water in Terrence's head, but he's shaking his head real hard.
But it's like I mean, the whole point is like, because I always, if I notice that nobody's defending our flag, I'll always be like Bastion or Torbjorn, and I'll just stay at the flag because no one else is doing it. And then there was a time where I was Bastion, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to defend the flag. I'm going to play offensively. And I would sit right next to their flag in a place where they're not paying attention to, and just like annihilate them all, and then go get the flag and run it.
The thing I hate with Capture the Flag is people set up so many turrets.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's.
Oh, everybody always chooses a Symmetra on a team, like on Capture the Flag.
I
because they
know, but
always
it's
set
just
it up
like,
right there.
can there please not like be 2,000 turrets popping up every 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah.
Please, let's add another second without it, please.
And also, Winston is really good for Capture the Flag, just so you know.
Well, it don't matter now, it's gone.
Well, yeah, they're bringing it back. It's going to be on custom game.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can be like, oh, I'm going to make a custom game of Capture the Flag, and you can like change all the rules for it. I think it's coming in the next update.
Did you have issues with a lot of skirmishing?
What do you mean?
Like, every time I get on Overwatch, I usually go through finding players, a skirmish, find players again, then get into a match, and then I go back into a skirmish.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. There'll be times where I'll wait for a game, and then when we do a skirmish, and it'll be like 3 minutes of just waiting.
Yeah, I hate it. Like, it's so bad on that game.
Yeah. It just depends. And there's times where I'll be in the middle of a match and then it just knocks me out sometimes.
Oh yeah, and it did that to me for inactivity. I'm like, but how? I was walking.
Yeah, I know. There was a game that we lost. We lost the match and we were on the point.
That's when you fight.
And we were like, how did it not go into overtime? But whatever.
You have to be directly like on the point.
I know. So I'm
you
saying
can't
we
be on
were.
the side.
It was a point map, and we were in the point. But he might have died at like the last second or something. So who knows?
I don't know. I would have just gave him these hands.
I just didn't care. I was just like, whatever.
You want to give everyone those hands.
Yeah, especially Square Enix.
Yes.
But
Guys, we're actually out of time now.
yeah. So that was enough Overwatch talk. So we will see you guys next week. And anybody else have anything else to say?
Not really.
All right. See you guys next week.